Welcome back to my channel, Share Line Finance, where we talk about faith, wisdom, and finance because they are aligned and they were never meant to be separated, guys. So I am so happy to have you on today again. And today we want to talk about money wastage. And I want to tell you, stop wasting money. But before we get into our topic, let's get into the Word of God. And we go into our Proverbs moment right now. My Proverbs moment comes from Proverbs 27:23, and it says, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks." Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Guys, we need to know the condition of our money, where our money is going. If we cannot face it, we cannot fix it. If we avoid it, it magnifies. Be sure to know the condition of your flux. That is the only way. Sometimes we feel like our money is disappearing and we feel like we are broke every month. No, we are not broke every month. Our money is leaking in some area, and because we don't know the numbers, we are not identifying where the leaks are coming from. So today, I want to give you 5 steps to know where your money is going. 5 steps to stop wasting money. Step number 1, you need to track every dollar. At least for 7 days, I want you to do this exercise. Track all your spending. Every dollar you spend, write it down. Get a little journal, and every single dollar, though it's not insignificant in any way, whether you give a friend $1, whether you buy a coffee, every dollar, track it for 7 days. Number 2, identify your leaks. So after you track every dollar, you would be able to identify maybe the subscriptions that you don't need, the impulse spending that you do, the wastage of money for something that you don't even really need. That is number 2, identifying those leaks. Sometimes we have subscriptions that we are paying for a whole year, and how much times we use it for the year. We may use it about twice, 3 times, 4 times. Is that worth it? Is that worth it? To be using, you might say it's small. It might be $10. But 12 months, $120, that could have been an emergency fund for you. And you used it twice or 3 times because you just didn't have the time. So start looking at your bank statements. We don't want to have that avoidance personality where we try to avoid the bills, because what you avoid magnifies. You need to face your numbers and start to identify what you need and what you do not need. So that's number 2. Number 3, I want you to put your needs before your wants. And how we do that? We ask ourselves this question: do I need it? Do I need you when I go in to buy you? Or do I want you? Before you spend, is this necessary now in this space in my life? Or is this just something I want to make me feel better? Here's something you should do. When you ask yourself that question, when you really want that thing, leave it alone for about 30 days. Delayed gratification. Revisit it in 30 days. And if you still want it, you buy it. But most of the times, when we want something at the moment, we just buy a feeling. Maybe we are feeling stressed and shopping makes us feel happy. Maybe we're feeling depressed and it gives us a little, dopamine raise. We want to feel that dopamine release. We want to feel that stress go, and shopping is what does it. Buying that item is what makes us feel good. Delay it for about 30 days and see how you feel after that 30 days. Most of the time, you would realize that we didn't really want it in the first place. So put your needs before your wants. Number 4, I want you to create a little buffer. You might say that your money is too small to save, but you are working daily every day. Pay yourself first, whether it's $20 a week you put aside, create that buffer. What we are trying to develop is a habit. When you continuously put that $20 away, you are building that muscle of discipline. And habits, we spoke about habits, tiny actions. When you continuously do that, it will become automatic. I have a story. My daughter came and she asked me to make cornbread. And I started making cornbread a couple of weeks ago. And I always look at the recipe. And then when she asked me just last night, I kept looking for the recipe and couldn't find it. And automatically, I just started putting the ingredients together and made a very good cornbread. It made me realize that the habit was established, and I didn't even know that doing it became something that was automatic eventually, that I could have done it without the recipe because I started doing it automatically. I started doing it, I started building a habit. So when it was time to make it, I didn't need a recipe or the instructions anymore. I did it on my own without it. And that is how savings grows. When you start saving and building that habit and being faithful over little things and continuously putting aside that money, it would become automatic. No one would have to tell you no more to save. And when you look and see how much that money came up to, it will carry you even further. It will encourage you to save more. But remember, you already built that habit. So putting more on top of it would be no problem anymore. So we need to build the habit, build a small buffer, $10, $5 every single week. And it will become a disciplined habit, just like brushing your teeth, taking your shower. So that is step number 4. And step number 5, I want you to revisit it, rewrite it, review it weekly. You see, budgets don't fail. It's when we become silent and don't revisit, things collapse. So you need to review it. And when you review it weekly, you're going to see a pattern. You're going to see a pattern. And you will develop a system that, as I said before, would come automatically. So you will be aware of your numbers and your leaks. So guys, I just gave you 5 steps to stop wasting money. Track every dollar. Identify your leaks. Put your needs before your wants. Create a small buffer and review your budgets weekly. And here's a doable step for today. Write down every dollar you spend. Circle the top 3 that wasted. Top 3 that you feel insignificant, that you didn't really need. And cut just 1 for me this week. Cut just 1. And guys, you would see a difference because that 1 you cut, you could put towards your buffer and start to build an emergency fund. Studies show that the average American home don't even have $400 if an emergency pops up. 80% of the average American home, guys. And there are leaks, there are things that money is going to that we cannot identify, but it is there. So guys, this is Coach Nzinga encouraging you to stay disciplined, stay aware, and stay aligned. Shalom. See you guys next week. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to my channel, guys. It will really help me in bringing this content to you over and over again. Love you. Shalom.